Manchester United have dropped down to 5th and they're already 5 points behind top of the table Chelsea. Solskjaer now faces a massive week with Atalanta at home in the Champions League. That one's on Wednesday, and then a huge meeting with arch rivals Liverpool at Old Trafford on Sunday. Jamie, I can see you are brimming with excitement to speak about this. What's going on at Manchester United in your opinion?
Well, look, it's a disgrace, right? I mean, there's no beating around the bush. I've been saying it for weeks, even months. They are a shambles keeping hold of the manager. They've got a world-class squad of players with a basic manager who wouldn't even get another job in the Premier League. And I just can't believe they're not being ruthless enough to say, right, now's the time to do it. And they've kept hanging on and hanging on and hanging. This season, he even come out and said at the start of the season, Solskjaer, no more excuses. Everyone said it. There's no more excuses with the squad of players that they've got. And straight away, they're out of the title race. They're not going to win the title this season. So they've wasted another season. And these players, Pogba and Ronaldo, you know, they're going to be looking at it going, for Christ's sake, there's so many good players that we've got and we should be doing so much better. But they are all over the place. They're painful to watch. It's actually painful to watch such a good group of players play so badly.
Cass, what is that down to? Is that down to the manager, his tactics, his plan, his vision? What is it?
Well, I said earlier, Laura, that the biggest problem they had from Saturday is they couldn't win the ball back. So you could say that Solskjaer tactically got his side wrong. I think it was negligent not to get in a midfielder that's a ball winner. I wouldn't go as far as Jamie. I mean, they finished second last year and they finished third the season before. Now, the quality of player they got, you could debate, well, that should be challenging title. Their home record wasn't very good last year, which cost them a chance of challenging Man City to win the league. They're not out of it yet. They play Liverpool at the weekend. If they were to beat them, they'd be 1 point behind Liverpool. So it's only after 8 games, but they're going for a very pivotal period. The next 5 games for Manchester United is really going to sum up their season.
You're telling me they're going to win? You're telling me they're title challengers still?
I didn't say they're... do I think they'll win it? No.
They're not title challengers.
Do I think he's a mid-table manager, like was just said, I think it was Goffey, was it?
Yeah.
Run by, I don't agree with that either. I think he's not. He was second and he was third the year before. That's not mid-table.
Yeah, because he's got a great squad of players. He's managing Manchester United.
Always have great squad of players.
Exactly,
Jamie.
So it don't really matter who the manager is, but they have to win things. With Solskjaer, they're not. He's not even a mid-table manager. He's not.
What is he then? What type of manager is he?
He's a championship manager. That's what he is. He's a championship manager managing a world-class group of players. That's what he is. Well, it's as simple as that.
I think you're
being
negligent in ignoring the quality of player. He's brought in some good players as well.
Exactly,
he's restructured
and they're
the
fifth.
club. I mean, there's a big difference between... There's not a black and white here. It's just like he's rubbish or he's great. I'm not saying he's been done great at all. I'm saying come second last year, come third the year before. They've got a very good squad. We're 8 games through this season, and now we're saying that that's it, it's done. Well, they're not out of the title race. Do I think they'll win it? No, I think there's better teams. I totally would say Man City, without a doubt. Liverpool look very accomplished, and so did Chelsea. Yeah, but they're not that far behind.
They're miles behind.
Jamie, you've been a manager. How would you have done your team talk if you were saying at Billericay and you're just going, lads, we're done. We're not good enough. How would you think that'd go down in the dressing room?
He's not going to say that, is he? But he's out of his depth.
But he's
out of his depth.
Well, I would say he's got a lot to prove. I'd definitely go down that road.
A lot to prove. How many years has he been there?
Well, Jurgen Klopp made the Europa League final and heard the same thing said about him. And you could say, well, it's Jurgen Klopp. He's won at Dortmund, which he had. I think you've got to be really careful sometimes. I think it's going to be a big decision to be made on Ole in the next few weeks because of what happens between now and then. With the league games they've got, they haven't played Chelsea at all, they haven't played Liverpool and they haven't played Man City. So they've got really tough games. Do you know what? They beat a lot of them top sides last year.
I can't believe... I can't...
There's a big difference,
If it was any other manager, if it was Mourinho or Van Gaal or anyone else, they would be getting absolutely slaughtered. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer seems to get a free ride with pundits and like, no.
I'm not giving him a free ride. I'm trying to give it a bit of perspective.
Like they have got a world-class group of players, with a bang-average manager.
They always
who's
have
out of his
world-class
depth,
players.
and I don't know why Man United are clinging on to something that's never going to work and never going to last. I don't get it. Even Pogba's coming out and giving it the comments that he made. He's basically saying, the manager's not tactically good enough. If you watch them,
from a player that wants to leave the club, quite clearly,
it's desperation. They're a desperation team. Every time I watch Man United, it's desperation. You watch Man City, you watch Liverpool, you watch Chelsea, you know exactly what you're getting from them teams because the manager has them set up a certain way. You know exactly how they. With Man United, the only reason they get results is because they've got great players. They don't have a philosophy. They don't have a style. They don't know what they're doing. So they're just out there playing.
So why did they come second last year?
Because
great players.
Because everyone else was poor. Apart from Man City, everyone else is in a transition period. That's the fact. That is why they come second.
So the year before they come third.
They've signed great players this year. And they're still miles off it. That's down to the manager.
We'll see. I'm as a Liverpool fan, I know going to Old Trafford next week is going to be one hell of a ding dong and a very tough game to get something out of.
Well, let me give you more context of the fixtures that are coming up. So Atalanta is the Champions League tie that they've got this week. You think they'll lose that?
Yeah.
Okay. Then they are hosting Liverpool. What do you think, Jamie?
Get beat.
Then they're going to Spurs. I wonder what you're going to say.
Definitely get beat.
Then they got Atalanta again, and then they play Manchester City. And usually in the Manchester derby, you're right, they do quite well. Look,
regardless of the fixtures, right? It's always we've got a big game at the weekend. He's under pressure. Sometimes he gets a result, and he gets himself out of a hole, but they never actually go where they should be going. They've got the squad of players now, and it's always Ollie's under pressure. Ollie's under pressure. He wins one, and then everyone stops talking about it for a month, and then it comes back because they're like, "Oh, what's going on with Man United? They're still not there."
I've never known anything different from pressure at Man United. That's what it is. Even when Fergie was successful, he was under pressure.
Who comes?
That's
in
what it is.
Who comes in if Ollie's not the man? Who's the man?
Zidane.
Why not? Zidane said he never wanted to play in England and never wanted to manage in England.
Right.
Anyone else?
So, do you think he's coming then?
I don't think he's coming, but I'd go. That's the type of manager they need to go for.
He's already.
They need to go with a winner. A winner. That's it. A winner. Someone who's actually won something as a manager, something big, because it's Manchester United we're talking about.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.